Oh no, the sword is coming into play.
No.
All right. It was.
Welcome back to Bad Movies Rule, the worst movie podcast ever recorded. And I hope you remember last night because I sure don't. We're talking about Dude, Where's My Car? Shibby!
Sweet.
Where's your car, dude?
Dude, where's my car?
Where's my car? We are glad that you guys are here along with us. If you've never listened before, we are primarily a movie roasting show, but sometimes we're surprised by the movies we talk about. What we do is we'll give you the vitals of the film. We're going to walk you through it scene by scene, and then at the end, we're going to give out some very prestigious awards and try to determine if the movie is actually bad or a bad movie that rules. What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up?
happening?
Not much other than we're here yet again for another awesome episode. Clint, good to have you next to me and not across the room at the kids' table.
I didn't have to sit at the kids' table. I didn't have to sit at the kids' table.
This, I assume, is your favorite movie of all time.
Please say yes. Please say yes.
I totally remember
I
loving
want you
this
to love this movie.
I don't know what's wrong with me. But I totally remember loving this movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Joe Goratowski's
Hey, how's it
also
going?
in the house. What's up, Joe?
I'm doing okay. I was a little late. I was sitting at the other studio for like 3.5 hours waiting for you guys.
Oh, did I forget to tell you?
There's a new studio.
Yeah, we burned that place to the ground. Yeah.
was really
the
awkward.
smoking crater should have been a clue.
It was awkward. It was awkward, but I got it. We figured it out. This is a new studio.
That's
now.
right.
This is all.
It's all new.
Very new to me.
But your first time.
This is literally my first time.
So that's awesome.
I've seen the studio like in the build a little bit, but
Yeah.
this is like my first time. So I'm not.
That's awesome, man.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
He's been loving the table
Perfect.
a lot.
By the
just
halfway
really
through, you're
weird.
just going to be sitting here.
Yeah, I'm just
like,
gonna be.
with your hands up.
I don't know what to do to my hands.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we have a very special guest with us for the first time ever. Miss Lily, welcome to Bad Movies Rule. What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Lily,
Awesome.
well, you're awesome.
Thank you.
This is huge because, well, Lily is a good friend. She helped me over the summer with the show that I put on, and also was a huge help in building and putting together what you see here today. She helped out a ton with the studio. There's a mural behind the kids' table. When you see the kids' table, you'll see that up there. And now she's here on the show, so it's like full circle moment.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Awesome.
It's been a dream to come on here for like a couple of months, actually.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad that you're here. And this movie that we're doing was your special request. Dude, Where's My Car?
Yes.
So this is your fault that this is happening. Okay.
Good or bad? Most
Good or bad? Yeah. We don't know. We're not going to let the cat out of the bag.
Not yet.
No
Already.
spoilers.
No spoilers,
Nope.
but we are just going to dive straight into the vitals, okay? This movie was directed by... I hate when there's a random vowel in people's names. Like, I'm never... Danny Lanier? Lanier?
Linear.
Something like
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the guy that did Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. The first one.
Yeah.
He directed that, which is basically, otherwise it's been some TV and stuff for Danny. Movie was written by Philip Stark, who looks like he was on South Park for like 4 episodes as a writer.
Yeah.
He's done some stuff for that 70s show. Not a ton of writing credits, but a connection with Ashton Kutcher anyway from that 70s show.
Yes.
And which the movie stars at Austin. Man, oh man, oh man.
Got it today, buddy.
I got it today. Ashton Kutcher is in this movie, yeah. Oh, yeah, and Seann William Scott, he's in the movie too.
Totally tubular
and,
there.
Yeah, and don't you know that Jennifer Garner,
You know, it's all
betcha.
about the backers, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta let the backers. It's not just the heat, it's the gosh darn humidity.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
When you lie in the
betcha.
bed and you're just sweating, you go slide right out of bed, and the wife says, "Stop making so much noise! You're waking me up. Go to sleep." Yeah, that was it? I think that was from Bananas at Large.
Okay.
The 30 point buck song.
30. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got off track there.
The Youpers.
It's the Youpers.
All right. Go look at the Youpers, you
Look
guys.
that up. 30 point buck. That's what it's like to live in Wisconsin.
And it's not nearly as dumb
the
as this
T.
movie. Yeah.
To the T.
Or maybe equally dumb
It's pretty close.
in a different way. Like a northern dumb, right?
It's
Yeah.
entertaining dumb, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Budget for this movie was $13 million.
In what?
in American cash, I think, like currency.
Oh, currency.
Yes.
Okay, let me be a little bit more specific.
Yes.
I'd like to figure out where they spent the money.
Good. Yeah. Well,
The CG cat
it must have been
girl?
the
Dancing
Yes.
cat girl?
The kitty cat girl. That was at least $3 million.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Making a Playboy Playmate 20 feet tall.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, those big sit. Never. We're going to get into
We'll get into it. Yeah. So
We'll figure it out.
here's the thing. This is rare for our show. The budget was $13 million. The box office was $73 million.
They crushed it just off of Stifler and Kelso freaking
Yeah. At
want
their
to go
peak.
see.
At
Yeah.
their peak. Yeah.
Absolutely crushed it on.
Right.
Let's come see these guys.
It was a year after American Pie. So 1 year after Stifler or Seann William Scott came onto the scene.
Blew up.
Blew up. Then you got Ashton Kutcher, that 70s show.
Yep. Pre
And-
Demi Moore.
Pre-Demi Moore. Before he was tainted.
Yep.
And I think the whole movie was carried on their popularity, right? I mean, that's
That's all.
how
Had
else
to
do you
have
explain it,
Had to have been.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it back in 1999 when American Pie came out, and Stifler was a huge deal.
Yep.
I mean, everyone's walking around doing all the stupid Stifler lines.
Yeah.
And so he had a moment. Seann William Scott, which apparently his first name is spelled with two N's, Seann. It's Sean,
Shannon.
because I think it's just because he wanted a double letter in every name, because he already had two L's in William and two T's in Scott, and so he just put two N's in Sean. It's
Yeah.
Seann William Scott. Is that a real thing? Somebody call him on the phone. Somebody out there
He
knows
loves
Seann
double
William
mint gum,
Scott.
too.
And tell him Bad Movies Rule wants to know about his ends.
He doubles down all the time.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
All
Don't
right.
ever double dare him.
Speaking of doubles,
That's all I got.
that's good.
Trying.
You're right on pace. The movie
Where's Kurt?
the movie currently sits at a 5.5 on IMDb.
That's 2 5s in a row right there.
Double five.
That's
Doubled
small.
up.
He's doubling things up everywhere.
And it has a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. So this is the bona fides. Yeah, it didn't bomb at the box office, but low rating on IMDb. 17% by the critics. Are you shocked the critics didn't love this movie?
I was.
I think the best actors in this movie or about this movie were all of us who saw it in the theater and left acting like we had a good time, because I totally remember loving this movie. Nice. And I watched it last night and we were like, it wasn't until he got like knocked over and then kicked in the nuts that I laughed. That was like 33 minutes in. And it's like, this is what the heck, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
You look back at it and you remember the scenes and you chuckle to them and stuff. But
Right.
like when you're actually watching, it's like, no.
Well, it's got a 47% audience score, which is just slightly less than half. The audience supposedly likes it. I remember enjoying it, same as you, when I went to the theaters. But I will say the first time I laughed on the rewatch was when he fell over that guy's table with the trash can on his head.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I don't think he was supposed to. It looked like the extras reacted to
I
that.
laughed once
The whole time?
the whole time.
No, there was
All
more
right.
at the end.
Well, don't tell me when.
Yep.
When we get there, I want you to make an announcement.
Yep.
Okay?
This is it. I'll
This
raise
is
my
the
hand and I will declare it as the one time I
Okay.
giggled.
All right. Please do that.
I have a guess. Should we write our guesses down? And
So-
we can play?
Yeah, red. You got a paper, don't you? Yeah.
Play it, and you guys can
You have
play
a
along
pen?
at home.
Ready?
What joke do you think Joe laughed at? Okay, well, write down.
Here.
You've got a pen there. Okay, write down the jokes that you think it was.
The
You've
scene.
got about
The
3 to
scene.
pick from. The scene. That's a whole scene.
I'll even give you the scene.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I have a guess in my head.
It's gonna mean that. I don't know.
I'm not writing it down, but I will tell you what it is when we get there.
Okay.
Okay. That's a tease, ladies and gentlemen. It's the most
Have them
professional
write
thing
theirs
we've
down.
done in
Have them
19
write theirs
episodes. All right. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
All right. So let's jump into this. And the synopsis, usually what we try and do so that you have, at least for those of you who haven't seen the movie, an understanding as we walk through it. We give you some kind of plot synopsis so you're not lost. There's really no point in doing that in this movie because there isn't really.
Plot is so paper thin.
It's so paper thin.
It is basically two dudes that wake up and they're trying to find their car,
Yeah, that's it.
and then
mainly that.
shenanigans happen.
All right. Nailed it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Joe. Yeah, no, well, I want to know what your scene is, so you got to stay for that. You got to stay for that.
All right. Stick around for just a little bit longer.
It's two idiots don't remember, need to find their car. Also, apparently, it's a true story.
This actually happened.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the deal with that?
I don't know.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said ostriches.
Ostrich. So that's what I want to know. Is there really a French ostrich farmer in California?
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. That means that there's been a UFO encounters that have not been shared with the public.
At least.
Right. Gender challenged strippers
In California?
in California.
Yes.
We knew that. That's true.
Oui.
And Rubik's cubes are far more dangerous. Oh, I don't want to blow that joke yet.
Oh,
Okay,
geez.
We'll
It's right
save
here.
that one.
It's right here.
We did bring
is
a
that the
Rubik's
prop?
Cube with us.
Is that the prop for the?
That's the prop for today. And we're going to end up putting this on the kids' table so that future people that sit at the kids' table can possibly destroy the entire universe. Fair enough? All
What
right.
have I done?
Some of us actually know how to solve that thing, too. You
So-
just buy a new one.
One thing I think I did figure out is that opening credit sequence, I think, is Jesse dreaming about the night before. Because he wakes up, right, with the Trivia Pursuit cards stuck to his face, and there's like little hints of things floating through space of things that had happened in the previous night.
Wow, they actually
They did.
did a little bit of
I know.
writing on that
I
one.
was
I didn't even
amazed.
realize that. Good call.
I was like, oh, wow.
You brought it up one tiny notch for me.
It only took me
It's now
watching
at
it two
1.
times
It's now at notch 1.
to figure that out. So the movie starts with Jesse and Chester. These two geniuses sit around and watch Animal Planet and don't know who the guy in the closet is that's peeing in their house plant.
Right.
This is the level. It's right. It's Gene,
It's just Gene.
but they don't know
How
who
long
Gene.
have you known Gene, man? I thought he was your friend.
It's your friend. Whatever. Find out who Gene is. That should have been the whole premise of the movie.
It's the Gene is the people watching the movie.
Is that?
That's what it is.
So we have enough respect for these guys that we would walk over and piss in their houseplants? Yep. All right. That tracks.
There's also in this first scene, all we find out is they're idiots. There's a fridge full of pudding, which has no context, at least yet,
And a cabinet.
and a cabinet full of pudding. Were we so wasted last night that we bought a lifetime supply of pudding? I'd say it's entirely possible that that's what happened.
Yeah.
That'd be
right?
a dream come true, honestly.
I would be excited about it. But I also want to know, how much money do these guys have? Because there's certain times throughout the movie where it seems like they're broke.
Yeah.
And there's other times where they're able to order and pay for 30 pizzas, like at the end. And I know they had that suitcase full of money the first night.
Yeah,
sort
of.
But the second night they didn't, and they're still spending money.
Well, how much do you think that house costs in California?
That's
If
true.
we're doing today's economy, it worked. Yeah,
Right.
Right.
You think those guys are like idiot billionaires?
Kind
Well,
of
in
like
real life-
Ashton Kutcher
it is
and,
in real life.
and 2.5 Men.
That's
type
right.
Of thing.
These seem like the two guys that like live like this. They seem like poor morons, but one of them created like a gaming app or something, and they're just raking
something.
it in.
This is 2000. This is the perfect time for people during that period. If you remember, they were the big www craze where people were making these little.
There's a .com phase, yeah.
Yeah, it was this huge thing, and these weird stoner kids were
These are the guys that made
making
Napster.
millions of dollars off of the early internet.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think
I bet you that's exactly what
they got a
two are.
file sharing app that
Yep.
people would use to download music illegally, and that's how these guys were supporting themselves.
Yep.
Honestly, I think Chester probably made like a Animal Planet like game just
Yes.
about monkeys.
All right, here's the thing. We're going to rip on these guys. Animal Planet is the bomb. I don't care what anybody says. I will not accept any slander of Animal Planet.
No, why
It's
would
informational.
I'm saying,
Why would
who
I
doesn't
come
sit
after
around?
Animal Planet when I got this whole movie to go after?
I'm just saying, who doesn't sit around and watch Animal Planet and think it's the greatest thing of all time?
I enjoy it, Clint.
Animal
I
Planet?
watch Animal Planet, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, calm down.
So when we rate this
that's
movie,
a lot of hostility just for Animal Planet.
well, because I feel passionate about this.
Yeah,
okay?
I've noticed that.
17%.
Honestly,
of the
and when we get to the end and we rate this movie, I don't want Animal Planet to be taken into consideration at all in how we score this thing. Okay.
So
Somebody
all
get this
of
guy
our
a Snickers.
all of our opinions of the movie just went down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Increase.
Wow.
Unless it's going to make it go up. All right. You're fine.
I'm just, honestly, James, I'm just thinking to myself, over all the years I've known you,
Yeah.
I'm so glad I never made an Animal Planet joke.
Don't dare.
Because you would have ripped me apart.
That's
and
right.
I wouldn't have not understand why.
Dude, I would have taken out your appendix.
And like our friendship would have been tested at that point in time.
It would have been.
Thank goodness that I never did that.
Yeah, no, I know.
I didn't know I was just tiptoeing around this landmine of
Right.
yours.
He's got
are.
47
And
Animal
listen.
Planet jokes that we were going over last night.
This is smoke you
We were
don't want.
workshopping
Okay?
this stuff.
This is smoke you don't want, Joe.
Noticed that. I was trying to freaking set him up. I knew this was going to happen.
Oh my God.
He's like, I've perfectly waited for this time. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Wait till
All
I
right.
release the transcripts.
Their anniversary with their girlfriends is today. Jesse and Chester realize because of a voicemail that it's their anniversary. They apparently started dating these twins on the same day.
Right.
And they've got these gifts, but the gifts are in the car.
Twins.
Fraternal twins.
And
Whatever.
not look anything like each other.
Yeah.
Sure.
You realize that's a thing, right?
He didn't watch enough.
I'm sorry, I didn't watch Animal Planet enough, obviously.
He didn't
Thank
And
you,
there aren't animal twins. All the animals look the same.
Twins.
They're all animal twins.
How dare you?
How, did you just say all animals look the same?
They do.
How dare you?
Oh, okay. I'll put together 2 tigers and another set of tigers. One of them will be twins, one of them won't be. And you, who I've never watched Animal Planet, won't be able to tell anything
I
about it.
watch Animal Planet for the record.
You don't come at me with I watch Animal Planet. You want to talk Animal Planet?
I
you're gonna
watched
find
the
out
one
that
with the penguins and
your mouth is writing
Compartment.
checks that your body can't cash. Okay.
What's the guy?
This
with Doctor
episode brought to you
Strange's
by Animal
real name? The actor's name, Doctor Strange, was it Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yes.
Something like
I watched that one with him doing the special on the land
the
penguins, the island penguins.
You should. People should watch that because he can't pronounce penguin, and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
funny. We're
All
off
right.
topic here.
We're off topic.
No.
Yeah,
All right,
sorry.
So the worst character in the entire movie walks in the door or comes to the door, and that's Mr. Pizzacoli.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Love that
This
guy.
guy, you love.
I love him. He's hilarious.
Why?
Tell us why.
Tell
He's
us what.
hilarious. I
Go
love
into
him.
great detail.
I will smash you like a doodle bug.
He serves no purpose. I'm in a movie filled with things that serve no purpose. He serves the leastest purpose.
How else would they have been able to explain throwing a pizza at the ceiling?
Oh,
Beef stick
gosh,
while the
this
slices
is-
fell off, and had to distract him with zebra.
Yeah. No, a unicorn.
Unicorn or a
Elephant. That was
Yeah,
what
that's
it was.
Just
the
a
other one.
regular horse.
Weird.
Just the mailman.
Here, look. The first 10 minutes I feel like are the roughest in this movie. Okay, because you start off with this lame joke that's been done 1,000 times. Oh, I've got the pizza. We got to hide it. Oh, look out the window. There's something behind you. Oh, we'll throw it over here. I mean, it's just overdone, lame. But this guy, he serves no purpose in the movie. They come in and go, oh, you guys took 30 pizzas and you didn't deliver them. And if I find out you're eating them yourself, I'm like, first of all, how are they not fired?
And who cares if they're eating them or throwing them away or giving them to somebody else?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right. So the fact that they didn't get delivered should just be
Is the
end of
problem.
it. It's the problem.
Yeah.
Not the fact that we have to play this whole game with the pizzas. And then later on, he shows up to serve no purpose even yet again.
He's got a couple of lines at the end.
Right, but
Smoky
why is he?
McPie.
Mildly amusing.
Yeah.
Smoky McPie.
So dumb.
Can I go on the record saying
Yeah.
the joke I laughed at or the scene I laughed at did not involve him?
Oh, I was going to say, are we already there?
Nope.
Okay.
Not him at all.
Dang, dude.
I think the first 10 minutes of this movie served to soften up the audience because, like, okay, what the hell?
You said soften.
Now, anything else is actually an improvement over what
Yeah.
we've gone through.
Well, that's just it, man. I feel like the worst jokes, there are good jokes. This sounds like I'm coming out, like we're all coming out the gate, like about ready to trash this movie. There were good, funny, enjoyable parts of the film. The first 10 minutes were not it. And so you get the first scene with them at the apartment. You get the first scene where they go to their stoner friend, which we're about to get to. And it's like, oh, the dog smokes a pipe. This is hilarious. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, is this what we're going to do for the next?
Yes.
The movie's only 77 minutes long.
That's, yeah.
Okay, I know it says 83 minutes, but
No,
the
intro,
credits start.
credits, outro credits. Yeah.
73 or 77 minutes. That's nothing. It's an hour 17.
Yeah.
And it felt 2 hours long.
Yes, it did. It did.
I could have watched 2 hours of 2 episodes of NCIS that I've already seen before and been more entertained.
But the first 10 minutes, I'm like, if you can get through that, there is some good bits through, but the first 10 are rough. You're saying, no, there's not.
No.
Come on. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, okay.
All right. They walk through. So they come outside, and this is where the plot starts. This is where the plot starts.
Yeah, dude.
They walk outside, and they say the thing.
Where's my car?
The Thing.
They say the thing.
They say
A
the
lot.
thing.
They say the thing a lot.
They do say it a lot.
Yeah,
it's not really a big deal in this movie. But they say, dude, where's my car?
Where's your car, dude?
I don't know. Where's my car?
Where's your car, dude? That's not funny. You're right. You guys were right. It's not funny.
It's not funny. They said, you know what we should do in order to find our car, because we're so wasted last night, we can't remember anything, is we just need to get blazed out of our minds, and then, sense, memory, perception, recollection, whatever he learned from Animal Planet.
Yeah.
And this is how they're going to get their car back. Let's go over to Michael Bolton's house and we'll get blazed out of our minds. It's David Herman.
Nice reference.
It's
I like
David
that. Michael
Herman
Bolton. I like
from
that.
Michael Bolton
Yep.
from Office Space.
Yeah, I got that. Nice.
With the most annoying character tick out of anybody in this film.
Yeah.
He talks like Yoda.
Ish.
Kind of.
But not good.
But not funny. Or good.
He did.
He always reversed everything in his sentences.
He did.
Into your mind you must look. Right? Which, like, okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like, oh, we have to find a thing for this guy to do. What are we going to do? Like, it's pointless and not funny.
Did you notice that the dog looked like Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of.
What?
That dog looked like Shredder.
It did.
Not Shredder. Oh, wait. Scratch
I'm
that.
like,
Scratch that.
looked like Shredder.
No, I was wrong. Look like
Come on, you can do
Well,
it.
your nerd cred just
can do
took the
this.
hardest hit
Come on, what's
I've
his name?
ever seen. Your nerd cred is Andre the Giant, and the nerds are Hulk Hogan, and right now it's just getting slammed in front of 90,000 at the Pontiac Silverdome. That's what's happening right now.
What's his name?
it's the rat.
It's the rat. No!
Like, if you were to pick at the hole here and you got some wood in your finger,
I was such a big fan.
what if you got a piece of this wood stuck in your finger? What would you call that?
Yeah.
Thank you. 'Cause it was the S word. It was like the Shredder just wouldn't leave my stupid mind. Splinter.
Remember that time that Shredder found those 4 baby turtles
Remember
in,
that one
in the
time?
sewer and taught them how to fight so they could
that
go
one time I
fight
went
the
to
evil
band camp?
Splinter? All right. So, yes, the dog, the whole bit of this stupid thing is that they smoke weed and then the dog looks like it's dead, but it's not. It's just blazed out of its mind. And it smokes its own pipe.
That dog was shredded.
That's where they spent $13 million. That's where they spent $13 million on the animatronic
Training the
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
thought the dog was trained.
That dog was real.
On the robot dog.
And the ostrich as well.
Lily, did you? Yeah, they had lots of animatronic animals in this.
Did.
You're right. They had more facial expressions than most of the people acting in the film.
Damn.
The first 10 minutes, basically through the first scene and through the blazed scene at Michael Bolton's house. Did you like? I mean, we've been trashing, but did you like it at all?
The only part that I liked about it was the scene when they were like leaving Nelson's house and like the dog like covers his head because of he was just high.
Dude,
I was like, I have no memory of this.
The wind chimes.
Oh, the
Yeah.
wind chimes were too much
it's
for
like
him.
rippling
Oh,
and like
I got you.
colorful.
notice
I
that
thought-
she said that's the only part in those first few minutes, not including the boss that she says is an amazing character. All right, carry on.
No, that's at the end. It's fine.
All right,
it's
so
right at the beginning.
Here we do get the first scene, and look, you're going to hear the word randomly, and happens to a lot because that's how each scene connects to each other. And then they randomly were here, and then they happened to be here. And that's it.
Yes.
The entire film.
Yep.
And so they randomly go, we should get Chinese food.
And then
And that's how we get to the first good bit of the entire, and I don't care. This is funny. You could lift this out of the film because you don't need any context for the rest. It's almost like a comedy sketch, which as a lot of these scenes are, right?
Yeah.
And you could lift it out and put it on, YouTube as its own thing, and it's funny. Because I have been that person at a Chinese restaurant that has just where the lady is just like, and what else? And what I know it's like in the movie it's and then.
Yeah.
And I would just add a couple more things because they were just so aggressive in wanting to know what else I wanted to eat. And so I thought this was hilarious. The and then scene.
Again, I remember this being absolutely hilarious, but then I think I was hungry yesterday and I just really wanted the garlic chicken. I was like, just shut up, lady, and give him the food.
Seriously, and it's all because Ashton Kutcher. So Ashton's best comedy in any of his movies, Just Married. If you go back to some of those rom-coms he did with like Brittany Murphy, his best stuff is when he just gets pissed off.
Yes, that is his sweet spot.
That's like when he does that, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
and so when he starts, the way that they did the slow build, and he orders his food. And she keeps saying, and then he's like, and
Wonton
then I'm
soup.
ready to eat.
Yeah.
And then put it in my hand, and we're gonna
and
be
put it
done.
in the bag and give it to me so I can eat it.
And then they even like reordered a second time because they thought maybe they just,
No, it's just the fourth thing.
It's just the thing.
The 3 orders of chicken.
But by the time he's, I
wonton
refuse to
soup.
play your Chinese mind games.
White
I think this the joke it was funny in the beginning, but a lot like the
just went up.
Scary movie that was hearing everybody for the next 2 months just and then
That was the big thing that came out of this movie, I feel.
yeah,
Right?
I hate it.
But with so much time between
so
then
bad.
and now, I rediscovered it, and it was still funny because I hadn't heard about it in such a long time.
For the record,
Was this it?
I'm getting slowly shorter.
Oh, well, you could just.
Is that the chair?
I think it's the chair.
I think James stole the chair from the last place
I did not.
and gave it to Joe.
Back to the riveting adventures of Jesse and Chester.
Woo!
Here's the thing I want to ask: how is this place in business? The Chinese restaurant. How do they complete
That
a
lady's
single
keeping
order?
that lady's keeping it going.
But how do they ever finish an order to go pay and get their
I didn't
food?
think about that.
How are they still in
I mean,
business?
she's got some of the highest tickets, but yeah, she's not collecting on many of them.
No, because they never can finish their order.
Yeah.
It's like even they send the Norwegian guys there later.
Well, they spent $13 million, so I'm sure some of that subsidized the Chinese food business.
Well, even so, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like this lady should be like a bridge keeper. You know what I mean? Like from Monty Python, where like if you can get past the and then lady, then you get to cross the bridge.
Yeah. Then you're worthy.
Then you're worthy.
Yeah.
Because what's the code? How do you get to the window to actually get your food?
She should be a gatekeeper to some
Mystical treasure.
Some mystical treasure or something. Absolutely, 100%. There should be a movie with completely played straight, all serious, and then at the end they open up this vault and it's just this lady.
And then.
And then what?
Right. All right, so he ends up ripping the speaker box apart because he's so angry, and they are dropped off by Michael Bolton on the side of the road. Okay, because he's mad they didn't get his cookie's fortune. This is the other thing. He even in annoying spots like these, like, and the cookie's fortune, right? Like he still reverses it.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, it's just annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna die on that horse. Okay, make sure every 5 minutes to remind me to tell people how annoying Michael Bolton's character is.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, appreciate that. All right, so again, they happen to get dropped off on the side of the road, and Christy Boner happens to walk out at that exact moment. What was that noise that just escaped Lily over here?
She's hot, honestly.
Okay. I mean, it's Christy Swanson,
It is.
Yeah.
the Christy Swanson
Yeah.
of the 1990s, enjoyed by many. Did you not know who Christy Swanson is? Because you have a look on your face right now, Clint, that's just like,
I've never been the guy that's like, oh, that chick, oh my God. So I don't, yeah.
there
You guys can
had to have
your
been somebody in the 90s.
Yeah, her name was Kelly.
Oh, please.
I thought you were going to say Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
I would have give you
From
credit
Saved
for
by
that.
the Bell.
I would have give you credit for that, but the other one's not.
I know who she is now. Like you said the name, I was like, wait, then Saved by the Bell. Okay, now I remember who it is. I never really was.
Christy Swanson, a.k.a. the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep.
Walks out of wherever she walks out of in slow motion to Sexy Thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very cliche.
Yep.
But that's fine. There actually was a decent line as she's waving. He's like, she must think we're somebody else. Somebody she waves to. Like Christy Swanson would never wave at us and come
Never.
over and talk to us. And we could never, ever get with a girl like Christy Swanson. And, or Christy Boner.
Christy Boner, which is really weird.
Be her name. It can't be her name. I feel like they're presenting it not as a nickname, that they're trying to say that is her actual name in the movie.
Yeah.
Her name is Christy Boner.
Yeah. I think that's what they were trying to go for.
So apparently she comes over there. She's like, hey, Jesse, I had such fun with you last night. And of course, they don't remember anything. And he's like, have you seen our car? Yeah, I saw the back seat. You paid me $500 to look at my hoo-hoos.
Yeah, hoo-hoos. Come on.
So cringe.
Why?
It was so cringe.
But there's a reason. Why is it cringe? Why is that specifically so cringe?
Because at one point in time, I was 13 years old and I thought it was awesome. And now I don't. Now I look back and I just go, I'm so embarrassed for my younger age.
What this entire experience of watching this movie again now is like, I kind of alluded to it earlier. I forget who we were talking to. I was like, I'm such an idiot because I love
so
this
embarrassed.
movie. What is wrong with me?
There's that for sure, and that's part of it. The other part of it is it was so obvious that this script was written by a man because not a single
boy.
I should say maybe a 13-year-old boy, because there is not a single female in this movie who speaks like an actual woman does. They all speak like 13-year-old boys, even the girls.
All right, yeah, I'll buy that.
What woman talks like that?
I'm trying to think of somebody in this thing. I'm trying to blow a hole in your.
But I'm just saying.
I can't think of a single one.
We are super hot chicks from space, and we will give you erotic pleasure. Hi, I saw your back seat, and remember when I let you see my hoo-hoos?
Does this remind you?
Does this remind you? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
At least try to do some kind of. I mean, I understand it's all heightened comedy. It's supposed to be, mega heightened stoner comedy. So they're all kind of existing within that realm. But dude, the soonest she said hoo-hoos,
Sweet.
as soon as she said hoo-hoos, I'm like, nah.
That's when you lost it. You're like that.
I'm like,
this movie was great
this was
up until
ridiculous.
right this point.
No,
and I'm
I'd already
I'm
decided.
done with it.
But that was, and maybe it's just me being older. But like you said, when
it's
you were
cringe.
a kid, it
It's extremely
was
cringe.
super cringe. He has his hand now. She grabs his hand. He's like, maybe this will refresh memory, and puts it on her chest. And right at that moment, the bro squad in their bromobile pull up.
Stepdad's truck.
Yeah.
Stepdad's.
Yep. the bag of Chads roll up.
Not a sleeve in sight.
Nope. Nope.
No sleeves were harmed in the making of this movie.
What are you doing talking to my girlfriend?
That's right. Stoner bashing time.
Yeah.
They all got sweatpants on. And the two of them are hanging out the back of the bed. Like, you know what I mean?
That's how you did it. And your stepdad.
That was a Ford Lightning, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be, yeah. Probably was.
Yeah, it was like a Ford F100 Lightning.
F-150. But yeah.
F-150.
I imagine that those guys just drive around the neighborhood all day.
Yeah.
Like that.
Where's the nerds at?
And they're just like,
Bash some nerds.
Like, just stop anytime they run into anybody and they're like, is this guy bothering you?
Yeah.
Right? Nerd bashing time.
And afterwards, they'll just drive down the road, stop in the middle of the road, and have a volleyball contest.
That's right.
Toss the big old pigskin around right in the middle of the road.
Gasoline fight.
Because again, they just happen to be driving around.
Yeah. Perfect time.
What do? They just cruise the town, yell stuff at girls, right?
Yeah.
Bash nerds,
Yeah.
bro out, play volleyball. What else are you going to do in the bro squad?
Sounds like a good time, though.
Try and
To be honest with you, wouldn't you want to be a Chad for a day? Wouldn't you want to, honestly? Wouldn't that be great?
Lily, what would you do as a Chad for a day?
What would you do if you had Chad powers? Which
All right,
is
you get no sleeves.
You're egotistical. You're a narcissist. you're really athletic,
Yeah.
mostly handsome.
Your guy pretty.
But also,
Your guy pretty.
you have no sleeves.
You have no sleeves though. What would you do all day?
Besides get a sweet tan on your arms.
So like not go to a hockey game.
Okay.
It's cold.
Probably get a tattoo.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Like one of the like an anchor kind of like pop like Popeye.
Actually, this is 2000, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, the tribal bands
Oh, yeah. It would
was
have been
still
huge.
hot back then.
Barbed wire.
The barbed wire
That too.
band.
Let's
That
do
was it. That was it right there.
Charlie O'Connell plays the main bro dude. Okay. And Charlie is the little brother of Jerry O'Connell, who is a good actor, kind
Yeah.
of. Well, barely. But he was in Stand By Me and other things, right? Like, he's at least a known actor. And I don't want to act like he's got this big, huge acting career, but this is Charlie O'Connell, like the other O'Connell. Kind of like when Daniel Baldwin was in Nothing But Trouble. Like, this is the equivalent
Yeah,
of
this
that,
this
right?
is the one Baldwin that we don't care
That
about.
no one cares about.
Yeah.
This is Charlie. Charlie's acting in this movie, his one take here, after he's like, stoner bashing time, you could see the wheels in his head go, turn left, laugh, ha ha, exit. Right? Like, you could
Yes.
see it going.
Yes. Yes.
I can imagine that on this movie, like just knowing what the dialogue that was written, I can imagine on this movie that he did that scene perfectly acted, executed. He's like, no. I need you to pause there and then like try and act more stupider. Like legitimately, I think the directors like
Yes.
took all the good acting and said, no, that's not for this film. This
No.
is not for us.
Or he just read the script 10 minutes before they shot the scene.
Those can probably both be true. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Just the script in the truck. Okay, remember this, guys. You gotta make sure.
Guys, when we pull up, we got to jump out
Yeah.
and then clap our fists together.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Not clap fists, then jump out. Okay, got it.
Man. Even
It's bashing nerds.
that's right.
Pound time.
No.
No.
47 takes it took to get that right. They had to refill the truck with gas. 'Cause it kept being pulled up. All right, so at this point they're like, because the plot has stalled straight to a halt. They're like, oh, where would we go if we were us last night? And like, whoa, there's a plot device in my pocket. Oh, a matchbook for the kitty cat club. Mm-hmm. So let's go there to the PG-13 stripper place. Because the movie's PG-13.
Yep.
Right.
So it's just girls.
Hooters with stages.
It's Hooters with stages and bowls.
That's all it is.
This is Bob's favorite scene.
Yeah, I know. I actually think Bob was in the background, actually.
What
I think he was.
happens here?
He's just like,
Two things happen here. A very special stripper takes Ashton Kutcher into the back room.
yep.
Okay.
Lois Einhorn.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is Finkel.
Finkel's a man. Yeah, but it's interesting just the dynamics of this scene, and I know that we're like in treacherous waters here because this
We
is
are now.
2022. But it's interesting in the year 2000, just even 20 years ago, what she calls a gender challenged male.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was a joke about, oh, look, she's got a penis. And it's just like, yo, this would never happen today.
Right.
Ever again. Never, ever again.
Never, ever, ever. Ever, ever.
No. And it wasn't even funny. That's the other
No.
thing. Of like,
No.
sometimes you see old jokes and you're like, okay, that was funny, but it's,
We can't do that now.
You can't do that now. Like it is at the time it was fine. Now it's not. But I was more offended that it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
Like, man,
Again, like the Ace Ventura,
Right.
Lois Einhorn. That was
hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Did that right.
Yeah.
But because they weren't trying to do that.
No.
It was just she was trying to hide her identity.
Right,
'Cause
exactly.
She's
It made sense with
an
the
old
film.
Miami Dolphins punter.
Place kicker.
And
There's a difference.
remember that time that Shredder
Splinter. I don't
kicked-
care. Oh, I already got you to it. I knew you were going to go it.
when Shredder
know
missed
you
the
too
field
well.
goal in the Dolphins Super Bowl, and
This is not the scene I thought that was the funniest.
This is the funniest comments.
well, because the only other thing that happened is while he's in the room, and now Chester in the other room is dancing with the worst dancers to have ever worked as strippers ever. Could they not find one girl that could dance? I don't know how to explain it audio wise, but if you're on the video, is basically just with no rhythm. These other 5 girls are like,
Well, he was teaching them the dance.
and then he's doing his dance, which was hilarious. But I'm like, they couldn't find 5 attractive women that they could throw in swimsuits that could actually dance because it was weird. You didn't notice?
No, I kind of noticed. I just didn't think it was a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
I don't know.
These women are supposed to be erotic dancers.
Okay, so make a note. No
Dancers.
Animal
not-
Planet jokes.
do
and
not
make sure
mess
if we
with
go
James
to Hooters,
Hauser's
make sure all the
perception of a
all the
gentleman's
women
club.
have to have rhythm. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want
are
the
the
people
two
that
things-
get hired to dance in movies to be able to dance.
These are 2 things that tick off James Hauser.
There's a list a lot longer than that.
Can we
Okay.
like one of these walls?
We don't have enough wall.
People who slander Animal Planet.
Instead of like how you measure your kids as they grow up, we'll just make a list down one of the walls, everything that ticks off James Hauser.
That's right. 1 is Animal Planet slander.
Got it.
2 is hiring women to dance in movies that can't dance.
Got it.
Or hey, not even women, anybody
Anybody
to
be honest with
dance
you. Yeah.
that can't dance. It's ridiculous,
It's ridiculous.
and it shouldn't have
I
happened.
won't stand for it.
Do better, Disney or whoever made this movie.
What's a Disney?
Wasn't Disney?
Pretty sure it was.
I don't know. We don't do any research. That's why we're the worst movie podcast ever. It made you mad, didn't it, Lily?
A little bit.
Yeah. See? I'll take it. We find out through this special stripper that the boys were given a briefcase of full of 200 grand the night before. They were supposed to sneak out of the club for her, and it's disappeared. They don't know where it is. Plot point number 1.
Which they never figure out why there's a suitcase full of money.
Doesn't matter.
Because she stole it.
From who? We'll never
from the
find
club.
out. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I think she stole it from the club, and she was trying to get it out of there, so she had them carry it out of there, and they're supposed to meet up and give it back later.
But apparently
Yes.
they spent a bunch of it. They bought a car.
That's
They
the
bought
part they never
suits.
resolved because they were throwing money around like it was crazy, and she gets the suitcase back, and
Yeah.
him totally
He.
happy about it. Everything's cool, and they never resolved the fact that it's like there's money missing.
Yeah.
That's an IOU.
That's
You better
an-
keep that one. It's a car. That at least they did their suitcase full of money. Resolution.
They ripped off quite a few things from other movies. Yes, this was one of them. They decide now randomly, well, let's go to the twins' house because we got to go over there because it's their anniversary and maybe they'll know where the car is, right? Because we had a party over at their house. And this is where we find out that one of the girls that they are dating is Jennifer Garner.
Yeah. The biggest star.
Probably came out of this movie.
Yeah.
What on earth? Go ahead.
I did look at that scene and was like, oh wow, she's so young. So I did recognize her.
Okay.
In that one. It's like, wow.
What on earth are they talking about when they're like, we could never get with a hot chick like Christy Boner? No one like, when you're
Right.
freaking dating Jennifer Garner, who gives a crap about, who gives a crap about Christy Boner when you're dating Jennifer Garner?
Okay. For the record,
Yeah.
I just want to say this. I just want to prepare myself for the feedback. I do not think Jennifer Garner is attractive.
What? What? Jennifer
You heard what I said.
Garner. You never watched her show,
No, I've seen it.
Alias?
No, I've seen it. Catch Me
You
If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can?
Yep, seen it.
13 going on 30?
Yep.
The Capital One commercials? The hell is the matter with you?
Yep. Never did.
All right.
All right, Joe. I don't know what to say to that other
This
than
one turns off his mic.
this one. I think this one here. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Do you want to go sit at the kids'
No,
table?
it's fine. It's fine. We got to get through this. We can't believe it. For 45 minutes in, and we're still here. We're gonna
Hit fast
speed up
forward.
a little bit. Yeah. So their house is trash from the party. They clean it up. There's a stupid bit where they have to haul
Pick up
all
a
this
bottle cap,
garbage
so they
out.
trash it. And
I'm like, leave the bottle cap on the ground. What the hell's the matter with you guys? They retrash the whole place.
Leave it, bro.
They're thrown out, literally like cartoon style, out the front door.
Yep.
Thrown into the front yard, and then there happen to be these nerds driving past that
Yep.
kidnap them off the stoop.
You totally said and then.
And then I did. And then
That is this whole movie. It's not
That is the whole movie.
It's
And
not
then.
they also or they happen to be. It's just the and then and then. And
Good call.
then.
Right.
Good call.
and then these nerds Like the whole point of the nerds was to tell them that the continuum transfunctioner exists, right?
Right.
We have intercepted these things from space, Zoltan, and we have. Am I doing it right?
No, I do it backwards.
Okay. and we need to get the continuum transfunctioner so we can go to space. And you guys said you had it, and so you got to get it.
Like the guy driving, just
Right. Then they drop them off on the side of the road. Yes.
Okay, this is one thing that I noticed. Everyone in the whole van has Z for the name except for Jeff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
3-2-1 penguins. It's awesome.
Can I tell you, he's going to be, if he ever hears this, he's going to be so mad. I work with a dude that looks almost exactly like Jeff.
Really?
Like they could be brothers.
To the Z.
What?
Did you get? Thank you.
Zoltran?
Come on, give me a high five. Instead of to the T.
Oh, yeah. No, that was a stretch I was never going to make. Yeah, you're giving me way too much credit. You're much smarter than I am.
Yeah.
I was like, what? To the Z?
He's gonna throw a shoe at you.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just going to take a break. You guys, just go ahead with the show.
The nerds drop them off, and again, happen to be right in front of the tailor where their special suits
Yep.
were being made. Oh, you guys are here. Like nothing that happens is because of anything that the characters do. It's all random.
Absolutely.
Now, this is, of course, the scene where we get, again, one of the most iconic jokes in the movie, which is the tattoo joke.
Yay, the tattoo joke.
Dude,
sweet.
what does mine say?
Dude.
Sweet. What does mine say?
Dude.
Dude. What does mine say?
Sweet. This joke was also apparently the whole reason Ashton did the movie. He said he was reading the script, was going to pass on it like, this is dumb. It got to that scene, and he thought that joke was so funny, he said yes to doing the movie just because of the tattoo joke.
Wow.
And here's the thing. He was right. Like, trust your instincts, Cooch.
Yeah. No, it was dumb. You're right. You could have done this as a short anywhere.
You just
Right.
call him the Cooch?
Cooch.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't think that's right.
Why?
We already have. Never mind.
Right.
I knew a Gooch.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We got a whole family of those.
Just randomly, he's like listening to some podcast.
Like, what the heck?
He's like,
name
wait a
drop.
They dropped my name?
Famous.
I agree.
And so, like, oh, we have your special, mafia tracksuits that we were making for you.
Yeah, these special suits. It's just Adidas.
It's just,
Yeah, it's just Adidas.
jumpsuits.
We added hidden pockets.
Right.
That's the tailoring.
You guys are two number one extra special good-looking guys, and in their pockets,
which is
horrible
true.
stereotype.
they pull out. One's got a kaleidoscope in his, and the other one's got a dove, which somehow meets an untimely demise. They don't even
Off
show
camera.
fan.
Yeah.
Off camera.
They couldn't afford that.
Couldn't afford
that
the
death.
animatronic dove.
Yeah.
They're all looking in different places too. When the dove explodes,
Yes.
Sean William
One's
Scott's looking up here. Ashton Kutcher's looking this way. I'm like, bro, pick a spot on the ceiling.
Get a tennis ball on a stick somewhere. Come on, guys.
Just look at it.
We don't know if it's a guy practicing his golf swing or a ceiling fan or a trap shooting range next door. No idea why this bird just went poof.
Could have been a combine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In there. We don't know.
Yep.
A mulch, like a
Jet
wood
engine.
wood chipper.
Wood chipper.
Who knows? They never show you.
Yeah. Blender. Who knows?
And then the other guy's got the Rubik's Cube after the dove, which is just a Rubik's Cube and definitely not a huge plot device.
No.
Right.
No. Right. So, and then he goes, well, did we buy anything else? He pulls out this piece of paper. He's like, that's not all we bought.
Right.
Q.
Bought cell phones too.
They bought, the little cell
The little
phones.
cell
Oh my
phones.
gosh.
We bought cell phones.
Tell me it's 2000 without telling you it's 2000. Mini cell phones.
Like in Zooland.
Yeah, it's like in Saturday Night Live when they had the little teeny ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then the other thing they bought is apparently a convertible because it jumps straight to random rap video
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
for no reason.
Yeah.
And again, I'm fine with non sequitur comedy, right? I've made non sequitur comedy where we just jump randomly from one thing to the next.
Yeah.
Okay. I like random stupid movies if it's funny, but you jump to a 5-minute rap video, that's not funny. They don't do anything funny.
Right.
What is it when he's shooting the mustard canisters off? Is that supposed to be the big joke of the scene? What's funny about it? Tell me.
Then they gross out Fabio.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
And then,
that was the part. Okay, this is not my favorite part, but I will say it was entertaining to see Fabio. It was entertaining to see him.
Apparently, they wanted when he drove away. The filmmakers wanted a dove to hit him in the face. You know, like what happened he was on a roller coaster and a bird hit him in the face, or whatever. And he refused to do it.
Maybe that's what happened earlier. In the dove scene. Fabio was walking by. Poof.
I bet you any amount of money.
There was
Hold on a second.
roller coaster next door.
Hold on a second. This is 100% legit. I bet
Shredder.
you they shot that
Out of order.
They shot that where they released the dove. It was supposed to fly out the window and then hit Fabio. But when Fabio said no, they dubbed in just some noise of the bird dying.
That's probably exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
I mean, Fabio's like, no, I have dignity. I'm not.
I'm in dues. Where's my car? But
You accepted
there's
my
only
I'm
so
really
far I'm supposed to go.
But I'm not that broke.
Right.
Romance novel covers is treating me
And then
fine.
Jesse and Chester make out because isn't that hilarious? Look, they made out with each other. Ha 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 ha. Are we trashing the movie that you love? And I apologize, but
No, I grew up on this movie. It came out
Yeah.
like 3 years before I was born.
okay.
So
3 years before you were born.
Wow.
2003.
Damn.
Care
I
of
know.
the two. Care of the.
All right, so this 5-minute scene ends, and then they're just like, now what? Literally, the characters
then-
are like, now what?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what, because hot random space chicks will show up on the sidewalk right when you need the plot to continue to advance.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you Jesse and Chester?
You do that pretty good.
Clint, now you do it.
Yeah.
Are you Jesse and Chester?
Oh my God.
What the hell is happening here? Joe, you try it now.
Hi. I'm Jesse and Chester.
She's got the other guy.
We will give you erotic pleasure. Oh my God.
I know where Arnold's going to fit into this.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
We will give you erotic pleasure.
Is this Jesse? And this must be Jesse. Look, he's got a fantastic body.
Look at him. He's so nice.
Yeah. Listen,
Reminds me of a young John Connor.
do you have the continuum transfunction? I will give you erotic pleasure now.
That's like exactly one of the places where I had Arnold.
Oh, it would be better for sure if it had just been 5 hot Austrians instead of 5 and then the two Norwegians could have been hot chicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And just flip it around. Would have been
That would have
great.
been so much better.
Before they can find out what these hot alien chicks want,
They disappear, by the way.
cops, they disappear, and then the
For no
cops
reason.
are
Yeah.
like, well, maybe because the cops were coming.
What if we give you you give us the erotic pleasures first, and then we give you the continuum transfunctioner?
Right.
Well, what if you give me erotic pleasure, then we give you the continuum transfunctioner, and then you can give my friend
If there's time.
if there's time.
Deal.
Wait, what? Gone.
No, they're gone because the cops showed. The cops picked them up for a drug deal that happened between 12 and 2 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
Pointless scene because they weren't there.
Yep.
Okay. And so we get another 5-minute scene, although this was funny. to
At
me,
least humorous.
of him, the cop beating up a mannequin in a wheelchair.
Right.
Leave him alone. He doesn't know anything.
And then at the end, the guy who can't see anything, like that sets up the whole, hey, your car is gone.
Yeah. Was this the scene?
I was wrong.
He just pulled out the mannequin. And then he turns his head. So he turns his head another 180 to punch it again.
That's good stuff right there.
There was like the coffee.
And the guys are getting nervous.
The coffee. Let's just we're not going to say the coffee's hot, but we got to make it believe the coffee's hot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right, because they couldn't CG the steam coming off of it. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
Assume like it could be a cup of water, but no.
Right.
The best scene of the movie that didn't need to exist.
Oh my gosh. That cop, man. That bad cop was the best thing out of this whole movie.
The joke assuming to be that they couldn't rough up the boys, so they brought in this mannequin
So he's
to
beating
rough
crap
up.
out of a mannequin, which is
But then it
hilarious.
also worked. Like Seann William Scott's
did.
character was getting nervous
Yeah,
every
he
time they
felt
were
bad for the thing, which is, again,
know anything, man.
burns his arm with a cigarette and pops a balloon.
But then again, randomly, the guy comes in, he's like, "Oh, hey, you're the donut
Hey,
guys."
you're the guys.
Oh, they must have bought us donuts. So that was between 12 and 2.
Yeah.
It's like a long time to buy those donuts. Yeah. It's like, oh wait, we actually busted the guys on the case that we were questioning you for anyway.
Yeah, it was mistaken identity.
They look exactly the same.
It's like
Nailed it.
identical.
Tiny little person, huge tattooed bald guy. Right. But it was Rick. Rick was the cop with the Coke bottle glasses that, made the wrong ID.
Damn it, Rick.
And Rick also had their car impounded. So
Instead of release.
So now their car is on the impound, which sends them further on their wild goose chase.
I think it's the glasses that he was wearing. He can't see which button.
He can't see anything. Rick was a good guy. I like Rick. I'd be friends with Rick. Good natured dude.
We wouldn't let him control electronic devices.
No, not at all.
Or drive.
Now, in the meantime, before anything else happens, the hot alien chicks meet up with the bro squad, and everyone is just, do you know Jesse and Chester? And if you find them, we will give you erotic pleasure. And then so now we got the bro squad looking for Jesse and Chester because they want to hook up with the hot alien chicks. In fact, throughout this whole movie, everybody is just willing to hook up with anybody, regardless of whether they have girlfriends or not.
Yeah.
Right.
So like nobody's a good dude in this movie.
No.
In fact, Christy is right there in the diner, and they're just like, yeah, all right, cool, let's do this.
Yeah. By the way, they were saying if you can find the boys and return the trans...
Continuum transfunctioner.
Yes. Then we'll give you pleasure. And the guy's like, okay, yeah. This is where you find them.
I'm like,
Do you notice that?
I'm like, nah, dude.
I would have kept that to myself. I would have went and found them and then brought them back. But they literally told them, oh, go check here.
Right. Well, they send the hot chicks to the blind school. Mm-hmm. The kids, the blind kids, because of course the twins, the Jesse and Chester's girlfriends, work at a school for blind kids.
Of course.
Yeah. Which is another thing taken from something about Mary a few years earlier, right?
Yeah.
And
This is good too.
I giggled.
which was good. The kid swinging the nuts, it was bad into the guy's nuts because of his beeper.
Yeah, exactly. Beeper goes off. Just
Remember beepers?
gratuitous nut shot.
And then the guy is like, "This is how blind people shake hands." Now,
that kid was cool.
that kid had to have been 22 years old, and I think they hired an actor that looked like a kid, but he had a real deep voice. And because he was going to be feeling up this girl, I had a feeling that's what they did.
No.
Because that was not a kid. I guarantee you it's not a kid.
Somebody look it up.
I don't, well,
I feel like
I
that-
can't, but yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else can.
I don't want to.
Maybe somebody with a phone in his hand.
I don't want to, though.
All right. So the girls find out, the hot chicks show up and tell the girls, after getting felt up by a 12-year-old, that Jesse and Chester, and they imply that they've got some kind of relationship with Jesse and Chester, which pisses off the twins. Okay, fine. At the same time, these two like Norwegian dudes show up and tell Jesse and Chester, we were with you last night. You were protecting the continuum transfunctioner. We need it. And at this point, the guys are so over it. They literally say, screw the universe. We don't care. And they go home.
Screw the universe.
That's right. Screw the universe?
Screw the universe.
And they go home, they quit. They just literally settle back into their couch. They turn Animal Planet back on. The whole reason of which is so that they can watch the clip about how chimpanzees use sticks as tools.
Yep.
That's the whole point of sending them back to their house. Why couldn't they have them watch that clip at the beginning of the movie instead of whatever they were watching at the time? Don't ask me. The girlfriends show up to their house and break up with them because of the hot alien chicks.
Right.
And this is one of the only times in the movie that I genuinely laughed. And I know Charles, who is not here today, told me this was his favorite line when he said, "Man, that's a really bad feeling in my stomach." He's like, "Maybe you should go sit on the toilet."
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, no, it's love, dude, right? Like, I think we're in love with the twins. And so we got to go get the car out of impound. We're going to go get our gifts, and we're going to get those girls back.
Beg them for their forgiveness.
No, but first I got to take a crap. He's like, "See,
I know your body. Yeah.
I know your body." That was genuinely good.
I can't find that kid's name, by the way.
That's all right. Somebody out there in internet land can help us out and tell me.
Sure
and that's just a guess on my part. If it was a 12-year-old, then that's really messed up scene.
I mean, they could always just email us.
They could email us at thisshowIstrash@gmail.com.
It
Nice.
really is.
Nice.
Our email address. What did you? No,
It is.
it's a wonderful show.
It is. Oh, our show?
Yeah.
No, this show is total garbage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, literally.
I don't even know why people listen.
There's a trash can right there.
Right down there, which
there.
we still don't have our stand for, and you still can't see it. So, yeah, again,
But it does have dirt in it.
we're professional. I'm going to have you just put it up on a chair in a minute here. So we'll see. All right. So we sold. Where am I? Okay. They go to the impound to get the car. They're like, "Oh, we sold your car to somebody because that's what happens at the impound."
No, because Rick screwed up and didn't bring it here for impound. He sent it out for auction.
For
this
auction.
morning.
That's right.
Oh, I love Patty.
So you liked Patty?
Yeah,
She was kind of amusing. Yeah.
But the whole bit where he's trying to reach through ultimately didn't matter because she gave him the information anyway.
Right, but she's
So it was
still messing
another
with him.
meaningless scene.
I just like her
meaningless
energy.
scene.
Her energy's funny.
Her energy's great. The actress did a fantastic job. I'm not ripping on her. She was awesome. But what are we doing here? Right?
Filling minutes.
Of them doing a physical bit of trying to get their arm out of one of those low windows or
Security windows.
You reach through the slot on the bottom.
I told my wife because she was sitting here. I was like, "We need to get this at the store. Like nothing on the sides doesn't need to matter, but we need this
Oh,
at
the little
store. Yeah, just the little tray with the
For what purpose?
for exactly
have
stuff
one.
like this. Just
But
to
then
mess
again,
with the
then they have
kids.
nothing
But
around.
they have
else
nothing
around
on
it.
the sides, so you can just walk around the side of the counter still and hang out with us. But like right in front,
That'd be good.
somebody trying to pass a freaking X-Max.
That'd be perfect. Oh, do it. That'd be great. The Norwegian dudes show back up. This time to blow them off, they send them over to the Chinese food restaurant.
And then
that was good.
Then, so
The gay Nordic dudes.
conceivably, they're there for the rest of their lives.
sorry.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Now they're randomly kidnapped by the nerds again.
Randomly.
The nerds pull up on both sides, but then like Jeff's
And
behind
Jeff's
him
in
with a
there?
taser.
With the tasers, doesn't actually contact their skin whatsoever.
Not
but
at all.
Whatever. I'm
That's
not gonna-
fine. Who
The whole
cares?
screen fuzzes out. That's pretty cool.
They
Great graphics.
They get taken to a nerd barn by Donkey Lips from Salute Your Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I was so excited to see him. Did you ever watch Salute Your Shorts when you were a kid? No? Did you?
I think so.
It was on.
It's
It was only
fuzzy.
on for 1 year.
It's
so it was like
fuzzy.
91
This
to
whole thing
92.
is fuzzy for me.
So it would have been like 6th grade. It was on. Okay. It was on Nickelodeon, and it was about a campground, and it was called Salute Your Shorts because they would prank kids by raising their boxers up the flagpole.
It sounds so familiar. I
Yes.
just need to see.
You would probably, if you saw a clip, you'd remember it. But the shorter, chubbier guard that brings them into the bubble wrap compound is Donkey Lips. Hey, stop that!
These are expensive.
It's Donkey Lips from Salute Your Shorts. And I will never say a bad word about Donkey Lips from Salute Your Shorts.
All right,
That kid is
add it to the list.
put that on the list.
Things that piss James off.
No, Donkey Lips is a
People talking
American
trash about
treasure.
Donkey Lips.
Okay, Donkey Lips is the man.
Especially talking about donkey lips while watching Animal Planet
That's
about
right.
donkeys.
Don't do that. The another bit that I thought was actually good was the fire extinguisher bit while they're trying to get brought into the nerd barn. You didn't like that?
That was humorous.
The fact that he walked over there to show him how to do it when he could have just
Then
done it.
walk back.
Walk back.
See? And then he still doesn't get it.
And it's taking them forever to get the keys out to get into the building.
Why is that one door locked and
Well, that was the
None of
cell.
the other ones.
That's where they were going to put the people. That was where they're going to keep them safe. Cell type of thing.
why were they naked?
Why
Why were they stripped down naked and
Inside
then
the
given their
bubble
clothes
suits?
back?
Well, because they put the bubble suits on.
'Cause they like to party?
Took their clothes off and put the bubble suits on took the other people's bubble suits to infiltrate.
No.
Like at the beginning
When they get tasered, wake up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Why not? Because they shot it out of order. I have no idea.
Because they like to party, Joe. Okay? That's why. If you were in a bubble cult,
What do I do with my hand?
if you were in a bubble cult, you wearing clothes under your bubble suit?
There's one thing, though. If you got Ashton somewhere, you're going to get him into his underwear again. He started out as an underwear model. You're getting the guy back in his underwear
He
somewhere.
started the movie in his underwear when he came
how
out
we
the
do
door
this.
of his
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
So again, I ask you, would you not be naked under your bubble suit if you were in a cult that worshipped Zoltan? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you.
Bubble wrap.
Thanks for
feels so
being
good up
honest.
against
They deserve our honesty, okay?
Those
These people,
people
right
right
now, these people that are literally staring at us right now. Right there.
how many people are staring?
I don't know. Tens of people.
I was tempted to bring like a whole roll of bubble wrap just so we can make suits.
Oh,
But
yeah.
since you said
Yeah, I squashed it. Sorry.
They make too much noise.
All right. So after they knock out Donkey Lips and this other guy, they
Bring bubble wrap to a studio showing. Go ahead. Sorry.
that's okay. They knock out Donkey Lips and the other guard. They go into the meeting. Of course, no one realizes that there's two attractive people in this gaggle of nerds. So why would anyone, think anything's going on?
Right.
They get this. Zoltan comes out. He's Hal Sparks.
Sultan. Thank you.
No problem. He's giving his speech and everything. They how do they figure out that? I can't remember how it comes out that they're them.
Oh, the guards come out naked.
Oh, that's right. That's
they
right.
didn't put their clothes back on to come
No.
out. They just came out,
Right.
It would have been
One's got
funny
the
if they
fire
were wearing
extinguisher.
Ashton's,
That's what they
those
should have
guys'
done. Yeah.
old clothes.
That would have been perfect.
Trying to squeeze into them.
But they find out that the nerds have kidnapped the girlfriends.
Yes.
How? How do they kidnap anybody? I don't know how did Ashton, how did Jesse and Chester not okay? But as soon as they wake up, just
It would have been easy to kidnap the girls. They're in a school full of blind people.
okay,
no witnesses.
No witnesses.
fine. But I don't understand how they were kidnapped by these people.
I thought it was really funny that they were just all tied up with bubble wrap in their mouth.
Yes, the girls were bound in bubble wrap. It's too powerful for them.
Achievement. It's they're bing, bing, new kink. No, come on. Not another one.
Oh my gosh. So they tell them, go find the Continuum Transfunctioner, and they just let them go. They find the compound where the guy who bought their car lives. They got the information from the impound.
Sure.
And of course,
It's Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
it is.
It is.
And thank God you did say Picard.
I love.
Right? Then that would've,
Oh
like,
no, I
just
would
like-
not.
okay.
Yeah, I
I mean, that's right up your alley
I
for
love
this
Data.
episode.
I love.
Yeah, it's Brent Spiner.
Yep.
But of course, it's an ostrich refuge.
It's guarded by llamas.
It's guarded by, it's right, it's llamas.
Right.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Joe would
Stupid
know.
llamas.
Yep.
I'm like, it's a French ostrich farmer with a sex prisoner.
Andy Dick.
Andy
Come
Dick.
on. Andy Dick and Brent. That was I really enjoyed
Look,
I said brown.
those two.
I'm not a fan of Andy Dick's, mostly because he is a dick himself.
Yeah.
Okay. But he was legitimately funny in this scene, I
Yeah.
thought.
Those two were actually amusing.
Like, look what happens when you get talented comedians in a movie.
Yeah.
They did pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, Brent Spiner's an actor. He's not a comedian, but
Yeah.
he took it serious.
Honorable.
Amen. Honorable.
Honorable.
man.
Yeah.
Honorable.
I think he's trying to say honorable.
I did enjoy that. I not that scene made me laugh, but that is the one and only scene that I was entertained and
Right.
I enjoyed.
Tag me in. Tag me in.
This guy also
cannot do that.
This guy also loves trivia.
Yeah.
So, man, the good thing he watched Animal Planet.
Thank God. Now, wouldn't him being like, say, if they were actual ostrich poachers, they would probably know some stuff about
Yep.
ostriches.
Yeah, it's not a great
Asking
test.
them ostrich questions to figure out whether they are or they are not a poacher.
Yeah.
It seems counterproductive, don't you think?
It does. And probably not. Maybe that's why he's only got one prisoner, because that's the only guy that was stupid enough to not know.
So you're saying Andy Dick was a poacher?
Yes.
Well, he's being detained for poaching.
Well, he used to be a model, apparently.
It was a model.
What he
Oh,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe not.
Freakinacage.com.
Oh my gosh, yes, that was.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Did you go?
No.
What was it? What was it again?
It was freakinacage.com.
Don't.
Which apparently
I'm
used to
gonna look
lead.
that up.
Now, it used to lead to a picture of him in the cage for real.
Really?
But they discontinued it after a while.
Freak
So you look it up on your own now. I don't know what's there.
cage.
Well, you type like molasses in January.
Molasses types?
No, the speed. It's a reference to speed,
Oh,
Clint.
it's slow as.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Freakinacage.com is for sale.
How much?
Oh, he must have died then.
This domain sale is for $1,500.
You got to really love that joke.
Yeah, you do.
Wow. Come on, somebody
All
buy
right.
that.
Here's the thing. All of this doesn't matter because the car is gone. He takes him out to go see the car, and he's like, "Whoa, your car was here." And, whoa,
Honorable.
Honorable.
And of course, it's gone. He's like, "Was there anything in it?" He's like, "Oh, just this. The next plot device that you need to get to the next scene. Here's a key
And then
to a locker at Captain Stu's mini golf and arcade." Right. And so that's where they
I
go.
like your energy, by the way. We got the whole Zoltan. I like your
I grew
energy.
up on this movie.
I
so
like it. I like it.
They go to the locker to open it up. The gender challenge stripper shows up conveniently, just right there at the locker where her money briefcase happens to be, just so they can get rid of her and get her out of the movie. And she's there with her boyfriend.
Pretty hot, by the way.
Hot boyfriend. Some super. I'm not. I can say that.
I love a nice pencil thin mustache drawn in by a pencil. Literally.
She gets her money. She leaves the film. Again, like you said,
Yep.
Clint, doesn't seem to care whether it's all there or not.
Yeah.
Right.
It looked like there was about $2,500 in that briefcase.
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
And a lot of ones, but that's fine. Even Chester asked, I felt like he was the audience at this point, how do you keep popping up like this?
Right.
Yeah, that's a great question. So now they're going through the locker and they're trying to see like what else they potentially have in the
Yeah.
locker. They find
Yeah.
all kinds of things. Like they discover another language in the locker.
Right.
Like they pull out
have
the
certificates.
Japanese language.
Yeah, they did the whole like
Japanese.
Groundhog Day.
Yes.
They learned another language.
They learned another language. And it makes you think like, how easy is the Japanese language to learn if you can do it in one night while you're totally wasted out of your mind?
It's not.
I don't think
not
it's that easy.
at all.
They also find a bag of tickets and a crazy straw, which of course will become extremely important.
I'm
to
going to
this
hang
movie.
on to this.
That's right. Can I?
Should
All
have
right.
brought one of those in.
I guess now's as good a time to talk about this as any. I like Seann William Scott, and I'm not trying to slander the guy because he's been in movies that I like and I appreciate his performance in them. In this movie, between the two of them, he looks like he's trying so hard in every scene, every line reading. Ashton Kutcher seems a little bit more natural.
Well, he had that 70s show kind of experience.
Right.
He was a lot more comfortable in that
Right.
type of stoner character. Because it wasn't a far stretch from that 70s show, the character.
No, it was more in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And really, I don't know what was going on with Sean, but he kept making these faces.
Well, that's what Stifler had, that very animated face thing that he did all the time with his stuff. And it's like,
Somebody get a close up.
Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
No,
Like,
I know. Oh, I know.
every scene.
Yeah.
What do you mean, man?
And he would pause and wait for the next line.
What? Yeah, right. Oh, dude. So many times. And so even with the straw,
Yeah.
I'm going to hang on to this.
down here.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, Sean, man.
that skill of making natural things look
Yeah,
awkward.
exactly. And so he would obviously go on, and I know do a lot more after this and maybe get more comfortable. And
I liked him in Dukes of Hazzard.
he's great in lots of other movies.
I like
Wasn't
him in
it Bulletproof Monk? Is that the right one?
The
I don't
Bulletproof
like that
Monk,
one either.
I don't know if that was a good movie,
The
but
Rundown?
you like that. The Rundown is great in that.
And yeah, The Rundown and Dukes of Hazzard were probably
Yeah.
my two favorite.
And even some of the other American Pie stuff he did. But that's
Bad.
I feel like though when they did American Wedding, did you ever see that one?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
I want to say that was the third one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like he had forgotten how to play Stifler in between 2 and 3. Like there was such a wide gap. Like whatever he was doing like an imitation of himself playing Stifler in the third one.
Right.
Then it it was
forced,
weird.
yeah.
It was so forced and weird for
They're
sure.
like, we need Stifler back.
Right.
I don't want to do Stifler. Just be Stifler.
He did Stifler so different in that one, it made you realize it's like, wait a minute. He's completely useless in this. The only reason he's useful is because he caused all these problems in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes you go back and question the other movies. Like, no, it's the same thing. He was a tool.
Exactly.
Funny tool.
So they have this idea of using like, hey, we realize no one knows what this thing looks like, right? So we'll use a fake continuum transfunctioner, and that's how we'll get them back. So they call everybody, right? Okay, the dude bros had gone to Michael Bolton's house and were holding him hostage, which we kind of glossed over. To try and get the
You didn't miss nothing.
But we missed nothing.
Yeah.
They call the nerd, say, hey, we got it. They call the dude bros, hey, we got it. The nerds show up first. They give them the fake transfunctioner.
Yep.
They get the girl. Same time. They do the exchange. Yeah, we got it. It was like a toy they bought with the tickets they had.
Yeah.
From the place. Then the dude bros show up, punch the nerds.
Fantastic.
They take the continuum transfunctioner. And then
Try to give it to the totally hot chick.
then the hot space chicks show up.
They're making that transaction. That is not the real continuum transfunctioner.
Yeah, and then the Norwegian dudes show up and ruin everything.
Just cock blocking.
That's just not it. I'm like, that's not even a Norwegian act. Sorry to all the people in Norway that listen to the show. I can't do it. I can't do the accent. That is not the continuum transfunctioner. And
That's better. Better.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And just ruin everything. Now, we see here at this point, the movie is trying to get every person that was in the entire movie into Captain Stew's at the same
Into
time.
this video.
Because randomly, the pizza guy shows up with 30 pizzas.
Yep.
It's like,
Well, give me pot.
I'm supposed to be in this scene too.
Yeah. I was in
For
this
no
movie.
reason.
I was in this movie. Remember me?
Yeah. That's literally it. What is he there for?
This was the actual cast closing party. Those were the pizzas they were actually
Oh my
handing out.
gosh.
It's like, why'd you order these pizzas? Oh, I thought we might get hungry. Like, so they have enough money to order 30 pizzas,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Well,
cool.
anybody has enough money to order 30 pieces. Is
Whether they're going to pay for it,
pizzas.
that's fair.
Okay.
But now we made sure the pizza guy got here in time for this because he needed to be here. We got the stoner dog. Everybody, I wanted somebody to play. Everybody here? We're good?
Check. Raise your
Check.
hand. Okay.
Roll call. Present.
So at this moment, he finally finishes the Rubik's Cube.
Yep.
And the Rubik's Cube starts to transform. This is where they spent $8 million of their $13 million.
Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosizing the Rubik's Cube into this,
Sphere.
it's like plastic sphere that had
It's like a Death Star
LED
looking thing.
lights on.
Yeah.
Right. And this is the continuum transfunctioner, was the Rubik's Cube all along.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And so
Nobody's seen that one coming.
no, never.
They had me. I was just mad. I was just blown away. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That means he had it the whole time?
He's just been playing with it?
Wait.
Dude, you're really starting to piss me off with this Rubik's Cube obsession.
I get it.
That's right. He gets it now. Splinter led the Turtles, not Shredder. I get it now.
Yeah. He got you good.
All right. So then they start to argue back and forth, right? The Norwegian guy's like, no, we are the keepers of the transfunctioner. No, we are. You do it better than I do.
No, we are.
That's right. And it's like, well, whoever was with us last night,
What did we score on hole 18?
what did we score on hole 18? And the Norwegian guys knew it was a hole in one.
Yeah.
Hole in one. And
Yeah.
the way that they knew that is because there was a giant sign up there saying this was the only good tie around.
Yeah.
These
You only
writers
could
did.
call back
Yeah.
the pudding.
You get a lifetime supply of pudding.
if you get a hole in one.
And explain where all the pudding came from.
Yep.
And so they tossed the transfunctioner at the last second to the Norwegian guys and they deactivate it. Cool, right?
Perfect.
Movie
Nice.
over.
We can
Roll
all go
credits.
home.
Okay.
Now, the best scene in the movie. This one's for you, Bob.
The random hot space chicks start to hiss.
Yep.
Like and scream
And meld into one.
meld into one giant hot girl.
Yes. I want to go on that ride, Daddy. Me too, son. Me too. Best part of the movie right there.
She's about 20 foot tall.
With all these props, I thought you were just going to bring in a huge set of panties. I was a little disappointed.
I'm sorry.
I'm wearing them.
At the end, he's got them on. Those would fit him regularly, I think.
Yeah, that's
Fit
just,
him regularly.
those are just my
that ride,
Those
Daddy.
are just my Mondays.
Oh my God.
Honestly.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Everybody starts to scatter. There's this giant girl in the arcade. She goes outside, chases the boys into the mini golf area where they now have to activate the death ray or whatever.
Sure.
Right.
The annihilation beam.
And it was
Yeah.
called an annihilation beam, I
Yeah.
believe.
But they can't get to the button on it because you got to have like a
Their fingers
toothpick
are
or
too
something.
small.
Yeah, but
Two fingers are
like
too
a
big
finger
to get in there. So the big aha moment is the crazy straw that he had pulled out before.
Yep.
Sticks that in there, shoots the beam into the giant woman.
Oh boy.
Everybody, oh boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Suddenly she has a regular voice, so that was all deep before. It was like, "Rrr." Oh boy.
Boy.
And then every character in the movie has gathered on this bridge
Yep.
to shout instructions at them. And at one point, he says, "Look into, deep in your souls, you must look," or whatever, the Yoda guy, Michael Bolton. And the one nerd goes, "Does he have to talk like that?" And I'm like,
We're
"Thank
all
you."
thinking it.
And Christy Boner goes, "I like the way he talks." That's all it took.
Yep.
That's all the establishing that they do.
Yeah.
And at the end, she's with him.
She's thirsty. That's what she was. She is just.
He gets, Bro Chad got eaten by the giant chick.
Yep.
Okay. And then when she explodes, he, I don't know, falls 25 feet onto a picnic table and he's
Yep.
totally fine.
Just covered in crap.
And
It's like, where was he?
Her digestion was really fast.
It was super
because it went from yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "Christy, you going to help me?" And she's like, "No, I found somebody."
Yeah.
Found somebody? You literally all you said to him is, "I like the way you talk," and now you're getting married or something.
That's
Just because you can't
that's the
talk
kind of romance
backwards, James.
Fabio really was after.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm disappointed that they didn't really flesh out the love story between Michael Bolton and Christy Boner. Okay? We needed more.
All right.
We needed more. Everybody leaves. We get the Men in Black ending. Again, they ripped off another thing from another movie.
Yep.
They literally do the beamy
Neutralizer.
neuralizer. Yeah, the neuralizer. Thank you.
Neutralizer. What's what
The neuralizer.
OxyClean?
Hypnotize them, neuralize them. All right, sorry. And then they wake up back in their apartment again. And so
Yep.
it made me think, were they really wasted the night before, or did they just get neuralized?
Which they did.
Which probably is what happened. And now they don't remember anything over again. They're like, "Oh my gosh, their car is gone again." Like,
Where's your car?
Are they going to do? Is the whole joke of the movie that they just do this every day?
Groundhog's Day.
I was gonna say it's Groundhog's Day.
That would be brilliant if we find out like there's some twist at the end.
They're ripping off every other movie.
That this is like the 100th day in a row that they've done this.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be hysterical. But no,
No.
they didn't think to do that. The car is actually behind another truck.
It's a Fiat 500 and it hides behind a mail truck.
You didn't like their car?
No, I love the car. I just it's the only car small enough to hide behind completely a little mail truck.
Yeah, it was a tiny. I didn't know what it was. It looked like a pile, but I was also not surprised that that's what they drove.
Right.
At
Absolutely.
all. You're like, yeah, that sounds about right. The twins come back. They give them their special surprise, which they thought was going to be sex, but it wasn't. It was
Nope.
little knit hats.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome knit berets.
I was let down.
Yeah.
That's the scene Joe was waiting for the whole
You
time.
talking about the movie?
Come on, the payoff.
You were like,
Yes.
we thought they were going to end the movie with a giant sex scene between all four of them.
Maybe. I had my hopes up.
And I get a hard time about wanting more fleshed out between Christy Boner and Michael Bolton.
I never said that was unjustified. That's justified. I understand. I agreed with you on that one.
All right.
Stop making me out to be the bad
Listen,
guy.
Joe, I want to apologize right here on the record in front of everybody.
On the record.
On the record about, I know that you knew who Splinter was. Okay?
The whole time.
The whole time. I know you knew.
I just thought it was
And you just
hilarious.
couldn't pull it out. That happens sometimes. Okay? And so I think it's important to know that when we get older, sometimes we start to forget things. And so nothing wrong with aging. Okay?
Dementia awareness
Okay.
is something that we think is huge here at BMR.
I appreciate that heartfelt
Yeah.
half-ass apology. It's a heavy-handed apology there, but I guess I'll take anything I can get from you.
Okay, perfect. You guys want to give some awards out to this movie?
Do we?
But we missed the best part, the necklaces, though.
The
Oh,
neck.
yeah.
Oh, you thought those were good?
Yes.
They were.
The I Heart You necklace?
No.
You are
the
great
boob
boyfriend.
increasing size necklaces.
Oh, I forgot
which
about
is completely, yeah. If you put on a necklace and
that.
all
You
of a
thought
sudden
that
you're-
was the best part?
okay.
Seems painful.
It does.
I would assume.
I would freak out if I put on a necklace and all of a sudden my boob just got bigger. I'd just be like, no, what's going
Yeah,
on?
don't accidentally put that on,
No.
right? Does that work for guys too?
I feel like it has
Got to.
I feel like that's happened.
All right, let's give out some awards as we always do. We give out the Will Patton Award for Intensity is the first award we give out. This is
Where is it? Let me see him.
in honor of Mr. Will Patton himself.
Our
here.
guy.
Our guy who always operates no matter what movie he's in. And if he had been in Dude, Where's My Car, no matter how stupid it was, you can be rest assured whatever part he was playing, he would have played it as serious as a heart attack, and it would have been awesome, and he would have taken it seriously. And so who is that person in the movie that was as intense in what they were doing as the one and only Will Patton? Who do you guys have?
The lady officer that was going to cut his arm or his pinky off. He was gonna cut
Yes.
his pinky.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I got no names for this because I don't research anything.
Her name was Cleo King.
Cleo King with one nomination for the Will Patton Award for Intensity.
Well, I think two if you're on board.
Are you nominating her as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2 nominations for Cleo King.
Oh, man.
I actually gave it to Ashton Kutcher.
Wow. Did we have anybody playing along?
Yes, we'll get which we'll get to in just a sec once we have Joe's. But I thought Ashton, and maybe it was just because he stood out from his scene partner. I feel like even though he was playing an idiot, he seemed to take it seriously.
He played an idiot
and he
well.
played it well, and that's why I went with him. But yeah, go ahead, Joe. Who you got?
Intensity. If you want intensity, you got to have nerd pounding intensity.
Oh, man.
So I'm thinking Charlie O'Connell.
Oh, what?
Yep.
He wasn't not a tool the whole time. So
He had intensity.
yeah.
He played it.
Okay. All right. I'm offended that you would put Charlie O'Connell and Will Patton in the same sentence with one another. Okay.
There's not a lot to work with here,
This
James.
guy was on The Bachelor as a contestant. You imagine if Will Patton did a season of The Bachelor? Oh wait, hold on a second. You imagine if Will Patton did a season of The Bachelor? How awesome that would be.
I'm sticking to it.
You don't have to. I'm not trying to get you to
I
change
like
your mind.
yours. I like yours. I agree with all of you, but I'm just saying it.
Well, today we got Aaron Nowak.
Intensity.
Aaron Nowak's playing from home. He's one of our patrons. If you want to participate and you're at a certain tier on Patreon, you can absolutely submit awards for films and then play along with us here during the episode. And so today, Aaron Nowak is playing with us, and he gave a joint award to Michael Bauer and Bill Chott. Those are the two. That's Donkey Lips and the other guy, the two guards from the nerd area. So
You're not going to give him crap?
for giving Donkey Lips an award? No, I'm going to shake the man's hand if I see him.
I forgot. You and Donkey Lips.
You just give an award, a positive award to Charlie O'Connell on purpose.
The man needs something, okay? He's paid his dues.
All right,
He needs some kind of accolade.
fine. Cleo, what's her
Cleo
face?
King.
Cleo King will win the coveted Will Patton Award with 2 votes. So congratulations to her and her 5 seconds of screen time that she had in this
She done
movie.
good.
She did a good job. The next thing we do is the Michael Dudikoff Trash Can Full of Dirt Award. Joe, can you put the trash can on a chair?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Just like kind of right in front of these 2 cameras here at the front of the table. This is our our pageant lady here that it's like The Price is Right.
Earthquake. Wow.
I don't know if Clint is currently on screen anymore. Well, it's a trash can full of dirt. What do you want me to do? Have a trash can and not have dirt in it?
Yes.
Do you need assistance?
No, I got it.
What do you?
Oh my gosh.
Just get it up there. All right. Thank you.
For the record, yeah.
There is dirt.
There's dirt.
I'm not going to tell you what's in that dirt.
Ta-da! All right. I don't know if we're still framed because he
Fine.
knocked over the camera.
Let me take a look.
So Clint might be off.
We're good. I'm sure this is fine.
Oh, only I would be slightly out of frame.
Okay.
We're good.
We're good?
Cool.
All right, cool.
It's nice. It looks good.
All right, perfect. We're a very professional show, and the
Yes.
pageantry here is all part of it, okay?
That was scripted. He was supposed to hit the camera.
Leave that there.
All right, the Michael Dudikoff Trash Can Full of Dirt Award is the award that we give out to the worst actor in the movie, the one who acted on level with that of a trash can full of dirt, or had the range of a trash can full of dirt. And so in this movie, we've got lots of choices. Who do you guys have as your nominations for the Michael Dudikoff Trash Can?
Joe's nomination for the Will Patton Award.
Charlie O'Connell.
Yes.
Yes. I also went with Charlie O'Connell for the Trash Can Full of Dirt. Laugh.
You can win 2 awards.
Nerd bashing time.
Ah.
Turn left. Go. Exit screen.
That's energy. That's energy.
Stop truck.
It's
Put it in
something.
park.
Stop truck, put in park. I bet on his shoes in the wardrobe it said TGIF on them. I had to write it on the back. Toes go in first. Who you got?
Well, I got the transgender boyfriend.
Oh, what was his name? It was the
I
one
know-
with the pencil drawn in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that
She had one line.
the name was like Patty.
Patty.
For-
That's what it was.
Yeah.
For the show, but that was I have no idea.
Well, that's all right. But Patty, we all know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Patty, with her one line,
Yeah.
did not do a great job. So I think that's a good pick.
Great job. Nice work.
Nailed
That
it.
was really so accurate. Joe, who you got?
I'm really torn. I'm in between Jennifer Gardner and Christy Swanson.
Just belt him in the face.
The flip flops are there.
Oh no. The sword is
The
coming into
sword.
play.
No.
All right. It was
Conan's here.
it was hers. It was hers.
So we got a tie.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, we got a tie.
We have a tie. How are we going to break the tie?
Some more.
Well,
Did you just cut yourself?
I did.
We've got somebody playing along.
Oh, yes. It could be a
Oh.
tiebreaker, maybe.
We don't know.
We'll
James
see.
knows.
I may or may not have just cut myself on the Conan sword.
Oh no.
You drew first blood.
No, it's just a baby.
It's just, I mean, it broke the skin, but it's not like bleeding.
It's a solid paper cut though.
Yeah,
Rub some
solid
dirt on
paper
it.
cut.
Yeah.
See?
Nice.
Right there.
You can rub some dirt in it.
It's a battle wound.
We have dirt.
If Han was here, he'd rub some balm on your groin.
Right.
Drop your pants. Let me check out that paper
All
cut.
right, Aaron Nowak went with, my God, I can't believe it's going to be an hour and 45-minute episode.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Aaron Nowak went with Ashton Kutcher as his trash can full of dirt.
What?
He said he respects Seann William Scott too much to give it to him.
Interesting.
And that-
I would have flopped those two.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not saying that either one of them deserve trash can full of dirt,
But out of the
considering
two-
of the two, I would have said Ashton did a better job. On
Yeah,
this one.
for sure. But he did acknowledge that he got to trash can status on Bulletproof Monk. If we ever do that one, he's called dibs on Bulletproof Monk as well.
Okay.
But that leaves us here with a quandary of Patty versus Charlie O'Connell.
Well, because Joe screwed up his voting, it doesn't count.
No.
Therefore,
I'm just screwing with you guys.
all right. How about we do it by combined weight of the voters?
Oh, that'd be fair.
Yeah. So
How much do you think weighs more?
me for sure.
Charlie O'Connell. All right.
I don't feel like we were represented properly in this one. I think they basically placed the target and
This is not a
or
democracy.
shot the arrow and then drew the target around the arrow.
All right, well, it's between the two of them. You guys can write in. Tell us who you think out of those two should win the Trash Can Full of Dirt award, and we will give it to that person. All right, top 3 performers. Who did you have, Clint, as your top 3? These are subjective now, not who did the best, but who you enjoyed the most.
I had the 20-foot-tall lady.
Okay.
Because awesome. I did have the mannequin brutalizing cop.
Okay.
I did like the guy.
Amazing work
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And
coffee.
then, yeah, that was just
hilarious.
so good. And I really couldn't pick. I mean, I really wanted to do Ashton, but I feel like he shouldn't be there.
Okay.
So he's going to be my number 3.
Number
but
3.
Like, legitimately, I couldn't find another second that I thought was better than.
I got you. I got you. Who you got, Lily?
Well, I actually have 4.
Okay. Hit me
All right,
with
you
them.
can have one of mine.
The first one that I have is Cleo King as Patty.
Okay.
The second one I have Andy Dick as Mark.
Yes. Solid pick.
Then I have Pierre, the French dude.
Oh, Brent Spiner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then my 4th one was the Chinese food voice.
Ooh.
That's
That's nice.
That's not bad. That's good.
I like that one.
Who you got, Joe?
We'll go with. I'm going to take the 2 boys up top.
Okay.
So 1 and 2,
1 and 2.
indiscriminate.
Okay.
I'm going to give Sean William Scott and Ashton Kutcher.
Okay.
They were at their prime and they wanted to make a stupid movie. They achieved their goal.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. So I'm torn between Pierre, Jeff, the tall, the big monster woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it to background actor number 5, the guy walking with the newspaper. He was walking through one of the shops.
Okay.
He really nailed it. If you go back,
I'm sure he was the best actor of the whole movie, probably.
I enjoyed him.
And I missed it.
Yep.
I went with number 3, Christy Swanson, as number 3. No explanation
The
needed.
boner girl.
Yep.
Boner.
Christy Boner. Number 2, Andy Dick. Again, thought he did a great job.
So you're really into. Never mind. I won't say it so bad. I'm so childish.
Number 1, Ashton Kutcher.
Okay.
I just thought he did a good job. I mean, stupid.
Yeah, the role
But-
wasn't.
I liked him.
wrong.
I liked how he did it. And then Aaron Nowak with his top 3 went with Cal Penn, John Cho, and Neil Patrick Harris. So he went with Harold and then Kumar and then Neil Patrick Harris as himself in that top 3.
Wrong movie.
What's that?
He's got the wrong movie.
Yeah. Neil Patrick Harris wasn't in this movie.
Neither were Harold and Kumar.
So I asked him about this. I messaged him. I said, "Did you mean to put in a top 3 from a different movie?" He said, "Yes." Basically,
Those
he's
were
trying to
way
say
better.
all 2000 stoner movies are basically the same.
Gotcha.
And that it's for his top 3 performers for this movie.
Okay.
And he's not wrong.
That's solid. to be
Solid
honest with
stuff.
you.
Yeah.
And so I think,
Creative.
I know we always talk about where Arnold would fit in this movie or how he would make it better. One, he obviously would make it better. I think that's a question we can answer. He already made this episode better by cutting me with his sword in the thumb here.
Yeah.
And also, I like the idea of having him be the hot space chicks.
Yeah.
Right.
But is there any other spot where Arnold could fit and make this movie better besides that?
The and then lady.
And then he would just be like on the.
And then.
Yes. And what else is it? What else?
What else do you want?
What else?
What else? Yeah, it wouldn't be and then. It'd be
No,
what else?
What else? Oh yeah, that'd be good. I also thought it'd be
Sorry.
funny if all 5 of the hot chicks
They went to an Austrian food
morphed
restaurant.
into Arnold Schwarzenegger. at
That's
the
another
end.
one.
Right? Like they had still been chicks the whole movie, but then at the end it's Arnold, the giant version of that. That would be terrifying,
Yeah.
right?
Eek.
Yeah.
We almost got erotic pleasures.
Right? And then instead you just have a mom and her daughter instead of a guy and a son.
Sure.
No.
I wanna go on
I think
that
that
ride.
joke. Just get rid of that joke. Just get
I was
rid of that
uncomfortable with the
joke.
joke as it was already.
What if the two Norwegian guys were like said this? They just
Ooh,
replaced
I want to go on
the
that
father
ride.
and son with the
Just have the Norwegian guy.
yeah.
I want to go
I
on
would
that
like to go on that ride.
Yeah.
No, now I'm mixing up Arnold in there. I still can't do it.
You can't do it.
Lily, you okay?
No. Okay, so I had a thought. What if Arnold was the guy that told where the locker was in the arcade when it was like when Jesse and Chester walk in, then they ask, "Hey, do you know where this number
Oh, like
locker
the
is?"
employee guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been his whole part.
Yeah.
Still better.
It still would have improved the movie.
What if
for
Arnold
sure.
was the narrator for Animal Planet?
That would have been
Yes.
too.
Like-
That'd be hilarious.
They should have been watching one of the Snoop Animal Planet things.
Oh,
instead.
dude. Snoop Dogg's animal documentaries are awesome.
They are fantastic.
All right, ultimately, guys, we got to land somewhere on this movie. We've got to figure out, is this a bad movie, full stop? Are the critics right? Is the IMDb people right that it's a bad movie? Is it a bad movie, but it's enjoyable? So you're like, yeah, you acknowledge its shortcoming, but you think it's awesome? Or is it actually everyone's wrong and it's a straight up good movie? What do you guys think?
I'm going to revert to my Rolodex here. This is a bad movie that used to rule. If you asked me this question 2005 or earlier, this was a great movie. I loved it. It was fantastic. I don't know if I'm old. Well, no, I know I'm older now. I don't know if that's the reason or what it is, but this one just didn't hit very strong. Talking about this is way more fun than watching the movie was.
I got you.
I concur with you, Clint.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it
I
comes
don't
down to
want
the
to
point where-
grow up.
I don't want to admit that I actually enjoyed this back in 2000,
Yeah.
but now
I was embarrassed.
It gives me acid reflux.
That's why we probably like it less
It's a
now.
pile of
I think
crap.
if we'd
It's a
never
bad
seen
movie
it
that's bad.
and watch it, it wouldn't be so bad. But the fact that we used to love it and now watch it, it's like,
It is, yeah. It is the expired preparation H of movies.
Wow.
does that expire?
You don't want to find out if it does.
Exactly. Yeah.
It just starts working opposite.
Exactly.
gives you more.
It grows. Then.
Yeah.
All right, Lily, where are you at on this?
Since I grew up with this movie, it would be a bad movie that rules.
Okay. Sticking with that.
Yeah.
Call us when you're 40.
I want to check in with you after that. Yeah, and see. Yeah, look, I will say that it's a bad.
Need a Rolodex?
No. It's
For your own rule?
it's a bad movie. It is
Thank
a
you.
bad movie.
Yep.
And I enjoyed parts of it, but not enough to fully come back and say
Yep.
it's a bad movie that rules.
Yeah.
So I'm going to join you guys and say it's just a straight up bad movie.
Yeah.
But
So what you're saying is by default, because it's a bad movie, you're saying that Animal Planet is bad?
Dang.
Because Animal Planet was part of this movie, and therefore the fact that Animal Planet was in it wasn't enough to make it a good movie?
you trying to catch these hands?
I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from.
This has nothing to do. That's like saying that just because Christy Swanson is in this movie, that she's not an incredible actress.
And if you want to be part of this, go email us at
Yeah.
thisshowIstrash@gmail.com.
Please.
And check out the website too.
Yeah, badmoviesrule.com
Yeah, we have
as
a
well.
website. We have a studio.
That's right.
We got
We have a
swag.
trash can full of dirt.
All that stuff.
You
And we're
get
happy
good
that you were here watching the show. I want to just say on behalf of everybody, thank you. Join us next week. We're going to be talking about a remake of an old TV show that was made into a movie starring Tom Arnold called McHale's Navy.
Oh.
So I haven't seen that in forever.
I remember enjoying it.
That
I
is
hope
a
it
good
doesn't
movie
fall
that's
down
good.
the same
If
realm of this.
I'm not on that episode.
No, yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that's a good movie. That's good.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. I'll have to go check it out. And hopefully you guys will come and check it out with us. Thank you for listening. And I just want to say on behalf of Clint Bush and Lily Frenchie and Joe Gorotowski, I'm James Hauser. Thank you for listening.
No, don't sing. Don't sing.
I'm really surprised you didn't mess up Joe's name.